Good morning. I've been up real early today. I had breakfast at the Waffle House with one of my aunts and uncles, and they're so much fun to be with. I just loved enjoying them. It was a great way to start the day. Now I'm about to head up the mountain to go see my daughter at college, and it snowed last night evidently, so I hope the roads are okay because I really want to get there. So I made it up the mountain to see my daughter at college. But I must say, about halfway here, it started snowing. And not just a little bit. It started like really snowing. And I called Abigail. I'm like, what's it like there? And she goes, oh, it's blue skies. It's beautiful. I'm like, okay. The farther I drove, it's like this cloud was just with me. I had my own little flurry, kind of like Olaf in Frozen, you know, he had his own little flurry. I had my own flurry, and it was gorgeous, but, you know, sometimes you talk to yourself. I had this little discussion. There was part of me that was going, I love this. I'm like in the mountains, and it's supposed to be snowing. The practical side of me about halfway here said, turn around and go home.
Look, blue sky. Blue.
But the adventurous side of me said, keep going, because it's beautiful, and you want to see your daughter.
Thank you.
And who is now in the car with me. And so yes, the adventurous side went out. So I'm cruising up in this mini blizzard. And as soon as I made the decision, yes, we're going up the mountain, the next thing I see is an emergency vehicle coming toward me. And I'm thinking somebody like just went off the road. Oh no. But I kept going, and I'm glad I did. So I got here about lunchtime, and Abigail and I are trying to decide where to eat.
You decided.
There are so many good places to eat here. But we but we haven't eaten here before. It's a drugstore. It says it's a drugstore, but it also says fountain and grill, so that tells me there's a grill inside the drugstore. It might be good. It'll be my fault if it's not.
Yes, it will.
All right, here we go. So lunch at the drugstore was surprisingly good. We had hamburgers and onion rings. It was good. It was a good call. Who knew, though? So the mountains are great. Abigail's wonderful. But it's really cold outside. We just walked from her dorm to the parking deck to get the car. And I felt like my eyeballs were going to freeze. Like yeah, like they were going to freeze and pop out or something.
That would be disgusting.
Don't think they did. That's good.
I don't think they did either. Let's test it.
This is Abigail. I hate to say goodbye.
Then don't.
We've had such a good time together.
Does it have to end?
It has to end.
No, it doesn't.
For now. But there will be another time. Another day. I love you.
I love you too.
I just said goodbye to Abigail. She's nice and warm in her dorm now. This is how I felt the very first time I said goodbye to her at college, this past August. Yep, that day I bawled my eyes out. It was so sad. But now it's months later, and I won't tell her this, but I still feel like crying when I drop her off. I miss the girl when she's not around. But don't tell her I said that. Growing up, my sister and I were far apart in age, so much so that we were never super close. But it's kind of neat. It seems like the older we get, the closer we get now. And last night, she and I had the best evening that I think we've ever had our whole lives together. And we had a really nice dinner together. I mean, really nice dinner. Probably one of the best ones I've had. I had salmon with crab stuff on top of it, and this to die for lava cake with caramel ice cream, and it was so good. It was so good. But it wasn't just the dinner that was so good. As good as that dinner was, it was nothing in comparison to our time together. It was sweet and fun and beautiful. And we just really enjoyed being with each other. After dinner, we went back and put our pajamas on and went in her little family room area where she has 2 kittens who are absolutely adorable. And we laughed watching them play, and we talked about memories, and we just loved being with each other. I know I've talked about family a lot this week. I'm just so thankful. And whether your family is small or huge, appreciate what you've been given. Love each other well. Ask for forgiveness when you need to, because that'll happen in all families. Mend relationships, tend to relationships, build relationships, and realize that it's the weaving of those relationships, not just with family, but family and friends and all the people that we come across in life. That's what makes the tapestry of life so beautiful. You know, if we just went through life and we were born and we did exactly what we wanted to do and we thought about ourselves all the time and we never interacted with people and everybody was like that, the tapestry would be boring because each person would represent a color and it would just be all these colors straight down next to each other without overlapping each other at all. But tapestries become so beautiful because the different colors weave in and out with each other. They interact with each other. And it's that very interacting with each other that makes something more beautiful than any one of those colors could have done on their own. So you're beautiful. You are wonderful. Because you're you. But put you with other people in relationship, in good, positive relationships, and together you create something even more beautiful. So, love well. Forgive quickly. Ask for forgiveness when it's needed. And appreciate what God's given you. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.